Hello folks, it's Tychanders here doing yet another video action figure review, review. Welcome once again to my channel. Now I'm going to kick off the Toy Biz Series 2 Resident Evil figures set with probably one of the best sets from the Series 2. Now unfortunately with the Series 2 stuff, I don't have the backing card or the boxes that they came in, sadly, and I don't have the full series of figures. Out of the figures I have the William Birkin version 1, or G1 I think he's called, so it's the first mutated form of William Birkin. I have the Ivy creature from the Ivy and Ada Wong set. I never got the Ada Wong figure. I picked up Ivy on its own separately. I thought when I was buying it, it was the Moby Dick version of the Ivy, but it's not. It was the Toy Biz version. I also have the Claire Redfield and Zombie set. Unfortunately, it's incomplete. I was looking at pictures online just to see if I had all the parts for the different sets, and the Claire Redfield set, I'm actually missing her. She comes with a crossbow, like a very large oversized crossbow with a launching missile gimmick, and unfortunately I cannot find that. I'm not sure where it is, so I might take a look around again to see if I can find it. And I think the only other sets I don't even have partials of, is the Mr. X set, which is basically the perfected version of Tyrant from Resident Evil 2. So he was like the big bad guy that just stalks you everywhere. Oh, and I don't have the William Birkin G3, G4 super mutation. It was a deluxe figure, which was the final form of William Birkin. With the William Birkin set, he came with his daughter, which is Sherry Birkin, and William Birkin version 1. I have half of that set, as I said, but I'll get into that when I get around to doing the review for it. So we'll crack on with this. This is the Hunk and Zombie set. Now it does come with one other accessory other than the two main protagonists or two main characters in the set, and it comes with one of these crows. You can see it has little beady red eyes. It's supposed to be an infected crow with the T-virus. It doesn't look very zombified. You can't see any like missing pieces on it or anything like that. It just seems it's like a little black crow. You can't really put it anywhere other than just maybe feeding on the zombie if you have the zombie flat on the ground. So there's not too much that way. In fact, if I just angle my camera down a touch, bear with me a moment, you can have the zombie kind of just lying on the ground, and you can have the crow kind of just sitting on it, feeding on it. The legs are very flat. There's no kind of peg or anything for it to sit onto properly. So it does tend to slide off. So we'll see if we can get it to sit on it. Unfortunately, it doesn't want to do it, but you probably get a little bit of blue tack or sticky tack or something and just have it sticking there, feeding on the zombie while he's lying still, waiting for someone to come along. But other than that, the zombie figure may be recognizable because it's exactly the same zombie figure that they used as the Series 1. They really did miss a army building opportunity with this line. They included a kind of crappy zombie with the Zombie 2-pack, the Forest Spire one. If they had designed that Forest Spire zombie a bit better, to be a bit more articulated when you took him off his ridiculously oversized stand, which is this thing, and if he was a bit more articulated, he would have been a far better figure. You probably would have had more people buying them. As it stands, you just have this guy, which is a direct repaint of this with a slightly retooled head and no soft goods, or not soft goods, rubbery plastic over jacket. He has the exact same action features, but we'll just have a closer look at him first. So he has a bit more cartoonesque style zombie head. It's not as kind of grotesque as the other one. You can see the skin tone matches his leg and kind of his arm. He has a lot of interesting paint apps because he has this kind of checkered shirt on, which is a bit more detailed than the previous zombie, which is kind of cool. And he does have the same gimmick where you can remove his limbs. Now we're supposed to be able to take off the legs as well. I don't want to overstretch those connection points because they're quite old. You can see his rib cage is slightly showing as well. And he has like a grabby hand and a more skeletonized hand, and he's pretty plain. Out of these Series 2 set, this is actually the one with the most reused parts, I would imagine. All the other figures are kind of new. This one actually reused a lot of Series 1 stuff. So this is the Hunk figure, and he may look very familiar if you have the Series 1 Chris Redfield. It is the exact same figure with a new head. He has new arms. He still retains the same arm issue that this one has. He has a new upper thigh on this side, but the rest of his legs, from what I can see, are the same. His waist is the same as well, and he has the exact same action feature gimmick, which is a lever on the back, and it's just supposed to turn his head and or aim his gun, and he comes with this kind of oversized shotgun looking thing. Now, some of the figures I've seen, I think mine, I'm not sure if it's just mine or if it's the prototypes, but some of the figures I've seen, this piece is actually brown, whereas this is the gunmetal. On this particular version of it, it looks like it got reversed when they were painting it, because I'm pretty sure that pump action part here of the shotgun is supposed to be brown and not the other way around. But if I turn the figure around, you can see the lever for that feature. This is kind of a soft goods kind of thing that's over the figure. His arm do move just like Chris's. He has a single joint elbow. He has gloves on. He has like fingerless gloves. His arm does tend to pop off every now and again. His head can rotate independently of the lever, but if you put it in a certain direction, it will change the way the head looks. He has this kind of cool gas mask look to him. He was always kind of designed as being like a maskless or faceless henchman kind of character. In the video game, he was actually an unlockable character when you finished the game. I think it unlocked, was it Mercenaries, or was he first appeared in Mercenaries, or he just first appeared in a playthrough of the game that you play as him, and there was a giant block of tofu option. So he has the exact same knee articulation. He's, as I said, pretty much uses the same body, because if I move, I'm not sure you'll be able to see this, but if I move his armor just slightly, you see there's the hole on the side where Chris's knife, which I still haven't glued back on, goes. So if you have the Chris figure, there goes his arm. I said it tends to pop off quite easily. You just sneeze at it and it falls off. If you have his gun, he can kind of hold it. It's very loose in his hand. If you have the rocket launcher that Chris came with, you can kind of hold that as well. Not great. They're also very loose in his hand. The only thing he really holds well is that shotgun because of the way it's designed. So you can just kind of move his arm as if he's pointing and shooting or making a firing position. So he's not the best figure. He does look cool. He also has the peg holes on the bottom of his feet. None of these figures came with stands, so like it is hit and miss to try and get him to stand, because he's angled at that weird kind of, he's not standing upright, he's off to the side. So there is that. Now, I do have this pistol. I don't know if it came with any of the sets. It seems to be the right scale. I could be wrong. I think it might have come with this set as well. And hopefully someone in the comments may correct me where it came with. It could have come with the Leon Kennedy figure. It just, see, for some whatever reason, it mightn't even be from this figure line at all. It does tend to fit nicely with Hunk. So if you don't want the big shotgun, you can kind of give him a pistol. Again, it's super loose, but it looks, if I get it to hold it, dropping out of his hand, it doesn't look too bad on him. So I'm not sure if it was originally for that set. Could have been for someone else's set. It may even have come with Ada As I said, I never had the full series 2 stuff, only have bits and pieces, so I'm just guessing that it's from this line, because even if I look at the shotgun kind of together, it looks like it's almost the same plastic used. So there is that. So there you go, guys. A first look at series 2. Kicking off with the zombie versus Hunk figure. I'm not sure if the zombie had a specific name, because the other one was called Maggot Zombie. This one could have had a specific name as well, but hopefully it's a zombie set with Hunk, and it was the first set. In fact, it was the first set I ever bought. The rest of them, the series 1 stuff, I always got later. Series 2, Hunk and Zombie was the first kind of Resident Evil figure set I ever bought. So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed this quick video review for this set, and as always, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Cheers, guys.